Well, hello everybody. I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about something that I'm thinking about, and that's simplifying things mechanical. I don't know, simplifying in general maybe. But first of all, I just kind of want to show you where we are. We are now in South Florida, and down here with the motorhome. And we're at a little place called Nettles Island out near Jensen Beach. Actually, it's on Hutchinson Island, a barrier island off the Atlantic coast here. And that's where we're staying for the winter. But anyhow, back to simplifying. So before we left for Florida, our furnace, we have a geothermal furnace at home, and that went out, and we had to have a repair service come 3 times, well actually 4 times, to fix that geothermal unit. Once while we were gone, actually it went out. And then of course, if you've watched the videos, you've seen some of the troubles I've had with the Rad City 5 power bikes and the controller issues with those. And then prior to leaving, with our motorhome, we had several issues, mechanical issues. The dryer box was cracked, the water reservoir was cracked, we had some, looked like a steering box was cracked, which thankfully it wasn't, and just a whole host of very expensive issues. And then when we got down here, one of our storage bays developed a leak, and we were getting a lot of water in the storage bay, and that shorted out an electrical circuit because of the leak. And first of all, I thought it was the air conditioning draining into the storage bay. But we called an RV service company, which was a challenge. We called 4 different companies. No one returned our calls. So finally one did, and came out, and we have a leaky hot water heater. And the hot water heater was leaking down into the storage bay, shorting out the electrical circuit down there. And after the guy left looking at the hot water heater, which he had to order a new one, and it's not installed yet, and we're still without electric in the back of the motorhome, the day after he left, our rear air conditioner started clanging, making some really strange noises, which is probably a fan in the air conditioner that broke. So our RV service guy is coming back today to fix that. Now that brings me to the point of where I want to talk about simplifying. Now I'm not, I guess I'm complaining, but I have a lot of gratitude for all the things that we have and the things that we can do. But the thought is just to simplify things. Maybe we have too many things that are mechanical, electrical, and maybe it would be good to go back to a simple life where we don't have things that break. I have plenty of things that can break, and they're very expensive when they do. And maybe it's just good to think about going simple, going back to simple camping, simple bike riding. Get a bike that's just a regular bike that doesn't have controllers and motors and all the other stuff that can go bad. So that's the thought. And here I want to show you what's going on here with our water leak and the leaking hot water heater. There's the storage bay, and we have some buckets in there to catch the water. It's not catching all of it. I should get a bigger bucket maybe. Move that around a little bit, see if I can get some more water into it. But underneath, up on top here, we had, I don't know if you can see that, pretty dark up there. We had an electric connection short out, and that was a bit scary. All of a sudden, the AC in the back of the motorhome went out, and couldn't figure out why. And the breaker kept flipping, and turned it back on and flipped again, and started smelling smoke, and I thought it was a TV, and it wasn't actually. went outside and opened up this storage bay, and there the issue was. Smoke rolled out. Yeah, and our hot water heater is, there's no access to it. There's no access inside the motorhome to it. There's no access to it in the engine bay. And the only place that you can get access to it is right here from the outside, this little small hole. And, you know, I'm glad I'm not fixing it. I'm not sure how to get the hot water heater out of this little small space, but our RV service guy had to pry off this ring around the edges here to get to the water heater so he could take a look at some of it at least. And there's all kinds of metal on the inside that's covering up the hot water heater, but eventually he got to the point where he could see where the leak was coming from, and all that was quite a challenge. So and when he comes back, another big challenge. It'll be interesting to see him get the water heater out of that little hole, and interesting to see how much it's going to cost. It's going to be, I know it's expensive. So that's where we are with this issue. And again, maybe simplify life would be a good thing. Yeah, and another thing is that we had a snowstorm just before we left for Florida, and the snowstorm basically caught us by surprise. We left the slide outs on the motorhome, and so before we left I had to use basically a garage floor cleaner, squeegee, and drag all the snow off the slide outs. And then before we left, I had to go down to Coopersville, Michigan, and go through the truck wash, and where the guys power wash the snow and ice off the roof. I couldn't leave with all that snow and ice up there. It would blow off and cause an accident, so had to get all that taken care of too. So it's just all been a challenge here, but you know, gratefully we're here. Okay, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you tuning into the channel and watching these videos. I hope I bring you some value here, and it's always a pleasure. I really enjoy producing these videos. So I hope you have a great winter, and we'll see you again here pretty soon. So in the meantime, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell icon to be notified when there's new videos coming out. And I'd really appreciate all that. So until the next video, which hopefully should come soon if I'm not working on something that's broken, we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.